Well, hello everyone. It was a little different format tonight. Many of us are now involved with having to stay at home, and dealing with that has been challenging, especially for our kids who are pent up with all this energy and they need to do something. And so we're going to talk tonight, for those of you who have children, we're going to introduce my kids and we're going to have them do a little demonstration with the Cellercise. Christine is sequestered in her home with her children too. So, hi Christine. I appreciate all your support. She sent us some good customer reviews and testimonials. I'd like to share some of those with you, answer some questions. We'll do a little demonstration, and then tonight I'm actually going to put together a program for kids that they can do based upon what you're going to see our kids doing. And I know it's challenging right now. One of the reasons that I've always been for why work out when you can play in is so that we're not, number one, make it convenient, it's effective, but so we can avoid being exposed to a lot of the germs and viruses in the comfort of our own home, with our television on, that's our TV in the background, with radio on, the air conditioning or heater, or simply a lock on the door for safety and privacy. We want to make it so it's effective, so it's fun, so it's convenient, so it's economical. We are running quickly out of Cellerciser, so if you know anybody who wants one, please encourage them to get one now. Otherwise, they're just going to have to wait a few weeks. But we're still good. We're still good for now. So let's start off by reading some customer reviews. Hi, Cellercise family. I just wanted to stop and share a brief story. I am binge watching the Radical Remission docuseries by Hay House. One of the cancer survivors, Mary, explained that she rebounds, and rebounding is one of the ways that she loves her body. When her rebounder was shown, it is a Cellerciser, screenshots attached. And I thought, that is awesome. It makes me feel even better about my investment in my Cellerciser. I use it daily, sometimes multiple times a day. I hope that more people discover the Cellerciser. Best regards, Tanya. And with Tanya, with support like yours, more and more people will hear about it. So thank you. We've had numerous doctors and health clinics calling us up lately to get the Cellercisers. We know what the movement does to open up the lymphatic and circulatory system so that it works more efficiently. All right. Michelle writes, never have I been so grateful for my Cellerciser. Exercise at home is the best. Oh, thank you. We're going to come back to some good questions on that too. All right, I recently purchased my rebounder. I love this app. Talking about the Mr. Rebounder app, which we did. And for those who are new to it, we have over 30 pre-made routines on our app, and for beginning, intermediate, advanced, seniors, or create your own. And so in the process of creating your own movements, we can do routines that are 2 minutes long, 20 minutes long, 40 minutes long. It's up to you. It's a customized exercise program. I recently purchased my rebounder. I love this app for how much it is helping develop my workouts. I was repeating the same basic bounce each time. Now I open the app, follow the directions, and I've got my workout done. I started at the beginner's level and really like the progression of movements. I find them easy to learn and it's fun. Thank you, Judith. Thank you, Judith. All right. Okay. I like the app. I love my Cellerciser. I tell everyone about my life with it and how I have schlepped it from Santa Monica to Bali. Many of us, he's asking if we can actually turn the app so it shows up sideways too. When we do that, we lose the top and the bottom. So we do have it standing straight up, but we'll put that on our list of things to accomplish. We have a lot more that we're going to be doing with the app and that we are working on. And for those of you who started with us, you know what it was like when we started with the app. And we had a lot of bumps to go through. And we're getting through all those bumps. And now it's just, what are we doing to make it even better? And for those who were involved with it to begin with, you bought it at a much lower price. And you're grandfathered for as long as you maintain your subscription. That price, it's my intent, never will go up. and it's still discounted. So those of you who are getting the app right now before we make new additions, you will be grandfathered. My objective here is to make the app available to those who are growing with us, that you will have something that you can pass down, your children can have. It's an investment. You're investing in us, we're investing in you, and we're looking forward to the benefits. So this one here is from Rick. In the 2 weeks that I've used my Cellerciser, I found Dave is exactly right about the health bounce. It looks so simple, so elementary, and yet, no matter how unmotivated I feel morning or evening to do my Cellercise routine, 15 seconds of the health bounce changes everything. The rest of my 10 to 15 minute freestyle routine is a given. A second thing the health bounce does psychologically is, when I try to a new, more intense exercise and get winded or lactic acid buildup, all I have to do is drop into a gentle health bounce and rest and recuperate. Now, know that I am not slacking off, but continuing to do something that has a positive impact on my body. This is a win-win. At 71, I've gained so much in terms of leg strength and balance, far more than I ever dreamed that first day. I could not bounce on one leg, too weak and uncomfortable. My right hip was painful, and so I backed off into the health bounce. The next day, hops were less painful. Today, I'm doing 150 hops on each leg straight, while holding the other leg as high as I can, front, back, and side. This is strengthening my core, hips, and legs so that in a few weeks or months, I can do kickouts. I saw Dave's suggestions on neck and spine stretches while health bouncing, including the backward lean a few days ago, and have incorporated all those. I am really feeling a difference already. The bicep, tricep combos and chest pull pushes while health bouncing, I've also started. I understand why some folks on Facebook call Cellercise magic. I also appreciate Dave's positive talk on chiropractors, good chiropractors, and helped me over the years. But the problem was I didn't have an efficient way to strengthen the muscles around the rearranged bones to hold them in place. Now I do. 15 days, 26 sessions. I missed 2 days this week and had a bad sinus infection, cold. Was it lymph overflow? Could have been. And I am stronger, more stable, have no lingering hip pain. I haven't lost much weight, but my whole torso is tighter and I keep automatically tucking in my stomach. The simplicity of the health bounce also makes it the perfect relaxing exercise, as Dave says. When I'm grading papers and nearly burned out, I can go into the sunroom and bounce for a few minutes, and then I'm ready to go back to grading. Great video. Looking forward to the next 11 days, Rick. Rick, phenomenal. Thank you so much for sharing that. And yes, I do the same thing. I'm going through the day on the phone, wearing a lot of different hats, and I get on that Cellerciser. It just releases the stress, and it's wonderful. Okay, here's I wanted to read this one from, where did it go? We've got so many good ones. Okay, this is Dr. Don Williams. We'll end with this one and save. This is another great one for next week. Okay, Dr. Williams says, if I could only have one piece of exercise equipment, hands down, it would be the Cellerciser. I've been a doctor of chiropractic for almost 40 years and have been in the health and fitness field most of my life. I initially started using mini trampolines many years ago, but after wearing out 3 of them, I did some research and found the Cellerciser. What a revelation. Nothing like the Big 5 versions, foldable, pliant, and well-made. I have had mine approximately 10 years and have just recently needed to replace the mat. All right, I'm glad you're using it. I taught high-impact aerobics in my 20s and developed a degenerative hip. The low-impact exercise with the Cellerciser was ideal and also the perfect rehab equipment after recovering from a hip replacement 7 years ago. I have recommended the Cellerciser to family, friends, and patients for many years. Have been happy with their purchase. Get a Cellerciser. You'll be happy you did. Dr. Don Williams. Dr. Williams, thank you so much. Okay, question. Being locked down with the Cellerciser for a couple weeks may lead to a lot of people feeling better from pumping all that lymph fluid around, taking out the trash. Maybe that would be a good Cellerciser challenge. What sort of health improvements do users find within a short 2-week period? That's an excellent question. the detox effect of moving up and down, which moves fluid up and down, which helps to break up heavy metals, which helps to activate and clear out the lymphatic system. Drink lots of water, because as in those couple weeks, as the mitochondria increases, as your circulation improves, as your balance improves, as your flexibility improves, as your internal organs are constantly being stimulated through the gentle massaging effect that's taking place, people feel stronger, they feel healthier, they have more energy, they feel better, they often sleep better. Because they don't have that stress or tension in the body. There's so many benefits to it. But the movement up and down, again, opening up capillaries, opening up circulatory systems. Dave, do you have a routine that I can do with a hurt foot? I tried to find the twins, and she did the routine sitting down, but can't find it on YouTube anymore. More than ever, and the twins are great. I really appreciate their support. They have done phenomenal work with the Cellerciser and with helping others. More than I ever need to do this now. Thank you for being there for us at this time. I am there for you. You've always been there for me. Okay, so let's talk about the foot. I broke my ankle several years ago. I've broken both my ankles. One of them I had to have pins put in. The other one, and I may have shared it with you, I'm not sure. I was supposed to be at the University of Guam the following week, and I just broken it in 2 places, and the doctors wanted to put a cast on it, and I said, I've got to be in Guam. They said, well, you can't have a cast at 30,000 feet. It'll swell. And I said, well, then can you put a boot on it? And they were real hesitant to do that, but that's what we did. And that was a miserable trip. But I was hopping around with crutches, and the Cellerciser was well received. I would take my foot, I would hold it over the side, and I gently bounce up and down. Now, the reason I did this is because there's one-way valves in the lymphatic system. And as you're moving up and down, the pressure changes is helping to move the fluid to help reduce inflammation, increase circulation, promote the healing process. Now, doctors know bones and muscles heal faster and grow stronger when exposed to some stress. That's the idea behind the walking cast. Well, when you're Cellercising and you're moving up and down, it's weight bearing but not jarring. And then as you get stronger, we can set your foot down and slowly put more and more weight on it as it's getting stronger and healing better. Always consult with your doctor or health practitioner, and feel free at any time to have your doctor give me a call. Question: I have a big trampoline outside and Cellerciser in my living room. I use both. Please explain the differences and benefits between the two. They're night and day difference. They'll both give you exercise, true, but trampolines are for tricks. Jumping up and down high, that's for tricks. You generally do that on a big trampoline so you can do the tricks. Trampolines are very sluggish. They allow you to position yourself in time for the next movement. They don't have anywhere near the kind of support that a Cellerciser has, but they both create G-forces and a pumping action. The Cellerciser just does it many more times per minute. So you're going to be moving up many more times per minute on a Cellerciser than you would on a big trampoline. In addition to that, on a Cellerciser, you can alter the angle of your body in different positions to focus the effect. If you try to alter the angle of your body in different positions on a big trampoline, it's very likely going to throw you right off. In other words, it doesn't support the exercise programs that we do for the Cellerciser. Just can't do it. But then don't do a bunch of flips and whatnot on a Cellerciser. It's not designed for that either. Cellercise is designed for exercise. It's designed for helping to improve your performance in virtually any activity. So if you Cellercise and then you go out and play baseball or golf or basketball or trampolining, gymnastics, whatever the case is, expect to be able to perform better, because that's what happens. You're challenging your body in a way the average person really never does. All right. Yes?
Effects of Cellercising while fasting.
Oh, the effects of Cellercising while fasting? Okay, well, Cellercise pretty much enhances the performance of virtually anything. When you're fasting, your body is not working as hard to digest food, and so there's some rest going on there. In addition to that, you can help balance out blood sugar levels. The movement up and down when you're fasting helps the body to move circulation through the body more effectively without having to worry about the digestion elimination processes. So It's a good way to help reduce inflammation, to help detoxify, drink lots of water. It can help flush out the body better. Your cells are still expanding and contracting. They're working, but there's no food that you've given them. So now your body's got to go after the stored fuel. You don't have as much in the way of sugars in your bloodstream because you're not eating. So the body goes after the white adipose tissue, which are our stored calories or our stored fat. And if you do the Jamba walk and the Jamba run with it, you can increase metabolic processes more effectively as well. If you want to lose weight fast, is it better to Cellercise several times a day or just one good workout? That's a great question too. I recommend several times a day if you can do it. Here's why. When you Cellercise, if you do it intensely, your metabolism goes up and it slowly starts to come down. If you do it for a longer sustained period of time, you may be burning more fuel at that period of time. There's nothing wrong with that. It has its benefits also. But then your metabolism starts to slow down during the course of the day. If you do Cellercise intensity several times a day, your metabolism goes up. It doesn't come down as far before it goes up again. It doesn't come down and it's up again. You can get your metabolism going a little bit too intense if you do too much of it as well, as I've found out, and others in my family have too. All right. I am interested in purchasing one of your Cellercisers. Yes, another one.
Movements to help with osteoporosis.
Movements to help with osteoporosis. We've talked a lot about that. It's weight bearing. Cellercise itself is weight bearing. If you do the movement where you tense the body up to strengthen the muscles, and then you tense that body and bounce, now you're challenging and strengthening the fascia and the muscles and ligaments in the bones because it's weight bearing, but you don't have that impact, that jarring effect that can hurt the joints. I'm interested in purchasing one of your Cellercises. I am small, 5 foot, 108 pounds. I want to know if the bounce would be too firm for me. No, you ask my granddaughter, who all of our grandkids as well as our kids, they grew up on this at very young ages, and the movement up and down is beneficial for balance, rhythm, timing, dexterity, hand-eye coordination, the ability to learn faster, retain longer, better circulation. It's not jarring. You don't have the impact, but you have resistance. Now there's units out there, and I'm going to speak without mentioning names, that are too soft. As far as the support, your feet pronate. And we get this every week. I have people calling about it because their knees are bothering them or their hips are bothering them. They're not using a Cellerciser. The Cellerciser is designed to give resistance and movement, but not with the mat stretching out or causing your feet to pronate. Because when you land pronating like this over and over, and you jump higher and come down, if you notice those knee problems, that pressure up against the inside of the knee or the hip problems or back problems, I'd suggest backing off and possibly trying a Cellerciser or doing other movements on it. Okay, I am very healthy and basically fit, and wondered what benefits are to purchasing one with a bar versus without a balance bar. Thank you for that. That's a great question. The balance bar is a balance bar when you begin, and it allows you to put more effort into your routine without falling off, and so you get faster results. But after you get to a certain level, the balance bar changes from being a balance bar to a performance bar. It still gives you the ability to put more effort into the routine, create more leverage, and get even more incredible results. I use the balance bar when I want more results as well, because I can lean further having a balance bar to hold on to create more leverage as I'm moving up and down than if I didn't have a balance bar. And we'll demonstrate some of those movements in a moment too. Brooklyn, my daughter, is helping tonight, and I want to say thank you. Any other questions? Have come up? We're good? All right. So what we're going to do tonight is I'm going to invite my daughter Liberty and my son Justice, Liberty and Justice, if you guys could come up here. They grew up on a Cellerciser. They're basically almost born on a Cellerciser, quite literally. You can, there's a lot of routines that they do, exercise movements that they do that are natural to them. I've introduced them to a few more movements which are in the Mr. Rebounder app, which they don't have yet. And so we're talking about getting them involved with the app as well. And so I want you to see that some of these movements take a little bit of time to develop, and there's nothing wrong with that. We start off gently, we start off easily. I'm going to go through most of the movements that are on the Mr. Rebounder app and demonstrate what it's like for somebody who's experienced to do it or somebody who's really never done it before, and encourage you to take a look at the movements and recognize that you can create your own exercise routine doing these movements. And at the very end tonight, I am going to create an exercise program that you can share with your children, and we'll get it posted, and then I'll see if I can't get that added to the app under the intermediate section for kids. So, all right, with that being said, we're going to start off with some of these different movements. So the first one, and you know, you can, okay, that's the health or baby bounce. So let's go ahead and, Liberty, start with the health baby bounce. You know what that is. Okay, and you want to lift, if you can, lift your heels up and down, because that gentle movement, that's a wake-up call in the morning. That's when you've got all this energy and you're having a hard time. You just gently move up and down, and it stimulates circulation through the entire body. And it's also a great way to relax the body at nighttime so that you can sleep better. But that literally is the wake-up call. It gets everything moving. Okay, Justice, you want to do it? Show, you know, this same thing. Go for it. Thank you for being part of our family tonight. All right. Fantastic. Okay, so we'll continue to the next movement, and that's going to be the hip rock. So let's go ahead and do the hip rock, Justice. And what we do with that is we want to leave our feet on the mat, spread the feet apart a little bit, and just rock side to side, pushing down into the mat so that the hips drop into the mat. And if you put your fingers into the muscles of your hips, point in, can you feel those hips working? Yep, try to keep the hips over your foot, this way to this way. And side to side liberally. Let's have you come and do it. And everybody does a little bit differently. That's all right. That's good. Go ahead. There you go. All right. Feel it working? Yep. Good, good. Now I'm going to do it. I'm going to show you the same thing. So it doesn't matter what the age is. It's just rocking side to side with your hips. Just kind of, you don't want to swing them. You want to just move them over your foot. And that works on the thighs as well as the knees. All right. Okay, Liberty, come on back up. We're going to do, this is the more advanced hip rock where your arms move out to the side. So you're swing at the elbow or at the shoulder. Just keep going. We're going to do that. Yep. That's good. And I want you to see that. That's good, honey. Justice, come on up. You've seen me do it. Let's have you do it. Okay, I should probably do it first so you can see it. But let me show you. No, that's good. That's good. All right. So the objective here is we're just moving the arms side to side. So we're working the shoulders as well as the hips. Come on back up. Let's do it again. There you go. It's fun. It's fun. It's good. We all want to have fun with this. This is what we're here to do. Okay. Now we're going to do the second most important physical activity I teach people we can do, and that is the twist. And as we're twisting here, you can work the upper back. You can work the lower back. Really important. This gentle movement here is taking the colon and the intestines. It's like putting them through a little washing machine. I don't even know the number of people anymore that have written me and let me know how much it's improved their digestion, elimination, liver, kidney, spleen, gallbladder, pancreas, adrenals. Everything is gently being massaged, so we're moving up and down, gentle side to side, loosening up the lower back. It still works the hips. So let's come on up. Let's have you do it. Gentle twist. Yeah. It's good. Right. That's good, honey. That's all right. Go Justice. Okay, just like that, just like that. Just the twist. There you go. That's it. All right. Feel it? Yeah. If you move your arms up here, you're working the upper back a little bit, side to side, and that's good. Good, good. All right. So being locked up in our homes day after day, week after week, it looks like we're going to be through another month of this. This is a good way to relieve the stress and tension. Okay, there's the hip rock. All right, that one's a little different. That's with the foot coming in front. Do you want to try that one?
Try it.
Go. Okay, that's cute. There you go. You get, nope, get back up. You got it. That was it. That was it. All right. See, now, as you're doing that, you are creating more stretch in the hip and the lower back by taking the foot and crossing it in front of the other foot. And you can even get it more exaggerated when you move your shoulders. I call it the whippy ski patrol, where the shoulders move up and down as you're doing. Try that. Yeah. All right. Justice, let's get up there and do that. And if you have kids, I hope they're learning and coming along and having fun with us and doing the same thing. So Justice, go ahead. All right. There you go. Good, good. Good job. Now I'm going to show you how I do it, just so you see how it's a little different, but it's basically like this. So your shoulders come up and down, and as you're doing it, you're working the hips and the thighs and the knees. And great movement. I wish everybody could experience it. Once they'd experience it, they'd understand what this is all about. But, okay. Next one we're going to do, a lot of these they are very familiar with. Okay, this is this ski patrol number 2. Now that's going to be more focused on the thighs and the knees. So come on up, and Liberty, you want to go with it first?
Okay.
Okay, there you go. All right, you can hold on to the bar if you want, or there you go. Keep your feet together, and it's there. That's it. And that's excellent for building up the thighs and the knees and really getting prepared. If you ever like to ski, it's the same burn fitting you'd have if you're on the slopes, and it does condition your knees and your thighs without a jarring pounding effect. So bend at the knee.
Okay, like this?
Yep, good, good. And we did this on purpose. I didn't want to have them skilled. I wanted you to be able to see that this is something we can all learn and we can all grow in. All right? Good job. All right, so again, it's just a little more intense. You can pretend you have, I like to pretend I have ski poles, and you just side to side. And you can punch it. And as you're punching it like this, you're working the thighs and knees even more. All right. And the app will show you how to do it as well, and you can do it with them as long. Okay, so this is a moderate sprint. You want to do the moderate sprint? Okay. In the moderate sprint, we want to lift the knees up high, because as we're lifting, that's a pretty intense one. You can go a little sore if you want, but that's good. That's good. And as you slow it down, you're actually working these muscles even more, because they're going through a longer range in a shorter or a longer period of time. But that's excellent. Liberty, go for it. There you go. She's a dancer. I don't know if you can tell or not. I can. She's good. Looks good. Good girl. Okay, and I'll do the same thing. So it's just lifting the knees up. When they first started doing this, I had them hold their hands together, so we would make sure that they were lifting their knees up enough. Okay. And the next one is, okay, that's the sprint. You want to do that one, Justice? I'm stuck. There you go. Go for it. Okay, Liberty, do it. Go for it.
I won't do it as intense.
That's all right. That's okay. She's a very fast runner. She beats most of the boys in her school. But She's Cellercise all her life too. Okay, now the next one is a variation where again, we're running, but we're going to tilt backwards slightly so we create leverage in the stomach area. So we're doing it at an angle. You have the bar to hold on to. You can lean back a little further without worrying about falling off. But that's a core exercise as well. Go ahead. You want to become a real good athlete, guys, girls? Cellercise. I have track teams. I have got a coach who just called me up today. He wants every one of his students who are athletically trained to get a Cellerciser so they can continue to exercise without losing anything. Actually, they can gain more because they can't compete, but they can compete against themselves. And this is a great way to get good exercise. Thanks, honey. Good. All right. Oh, yeah, Liberty, go. All right, this one, they do know how to do. And, yep, tilt backwards, kick your legs out. Now, that one, that's core. That's right there in the stomach. And if you put, yeah, that wasn't very long.
Okay.
Go. Okay. All right, Justice, go for it. And if you put your hand on your stomach when you're doing that one, whoa. That's, yeah, holy cow. Good. All right, let's do the side to side. Liberty. Waist and the hips, so you can see how to do this. And it's just side to side. And if you put one hand on your waist, so obliques there, you're going to feel how tight they are working. All right, Justice, go for it. There you go. Try to kick one leg out and keep one. There you go. And that's it. That's it. That's it. See? There you go. Feel that? Yeah. All right. So I'm going to demonstrate real quick also. So tilting backwards, kicking your legs out like this. If you tilt your head back a little bit, you're actually working underneath your chin as well. So everything tightens. And again, for the waist and the hip, side to side. And that works that whole area. And now the lower back and the buttocks. Now this will help lift, tighten, and tone the back side. So you want it more lifted, rounded buttocks. This is like, it's much better than just lifting your legs up behind you. You're coming down with all that weight. So go ahead. There you go. There you go. Now that's for the lower back as well as for the buttocks, and also strengthens the thighs and the knees. All right, so now we're going to do the Jamba walk. Yay! Yeah. Pretty much everybody has a love-hate relationship with the Jamba walk. I mean, you love it because it works, we hate it because it's, I don't know of as an intense aerobic activity as a Jamba walk, and you really can't do it on anything other than a Cellerciser. It doesn't work, doesn't support you, and if you try to do it on the ground, you'd hurt your back, without question. In fact, because the way to do this, go ahead and come on up, is you want to keep your back straight, your feet flat, you bend at the knee, and Jamba walk. Leave the feet on the mat, pushing down into, there you go. Okay. It's already, all right, you want me to show you?
Yeah.
All right, let me show you real quick. Okay, so the Jamba walk, awesome, absolutely awesome. Back straight, feet flat, you're pushing down into the mat, just like this. As you're pushing down, it's just real simple. But come on back up, let's have you do that.
Have you found that pointing your feet versus flexing your feet makes a difference?
Depending on what I'm doing, yes. Pointing the feet, you don't want to hit underneath the mat, but flexing your foot, you're working different muscles, and there's times where I do both. Yeah. But on this one, I want to keep the feet flat. You kind of sit back on the heels a little bit, pushing down into the mat. Did you feel it?
Sort of, yeah.
Oh, you'll feel it if you do it right. Come on up. Okay, back straight, feet flat, Push down. Don't rock. Push. Keep your hips straight ahead. And this gives me don't rock. Keep your hips straight ahead. You're lifting your feet up and down. Yep. Yeah. Okay. All right. So then we're going to do the Jamba Run. I'll do it first, and then we'll have you do it. And the technique does make a difference. This is one of the reasons I wanted to do this tonight, which is great. But bending at the knee, keeping the back straight, you're going to run as fast as you can without lifting your feet up off the mat at all.
Good.
Yeah, we should be on again. All right. You hear it? Get a thumbs up from people. I had a feeling I should have listened to that little small voice. Are we good? Can they hear? Okay. So we just did the Jamba Run. Extremely effective. Again, it uses the biggest muscle of the body. They eat up the glucose and sugars very quickly. If you do repetitions of it, they need more fuel. That's how we begin to lose weight and increase metabolism. So you can do repetitions of that. It's incredible. And again, I'm not sure if the audio went out, but we've had doctors who have told us how it helps to increase capillary growth. It's so intense. And that increase of capillary is probably how the women got rid of their cellulite in as little as 2 and 3 weeks. And we've had other great customer reviews on that. So, yes?
Can you do the Jamba Run without a bar?
You can, but not as effectively. You can do it. But here's why I like the balance bar. This is without the balance bar. So, and initially I can do it. But as the burn increases and you feel it more and more and more, you have a tendency to lean forward more and more because it's easier. It takes the weight off the thigh. So going like this is fine initially. But as I'm going to get tired, I'll find myself having a harder time sitting back on my feet. And so then I'm either going to fall over more. I don't feel as controlled because I'm getting tired, or I'm going to lean forward more. Having a bar to hold on to allows you to keep your back. You're just working the thighs and the legs. You're not having to work at your posture as much. So it's just helps to make it a little more concentrated. Good question. Okay, that's Jamba Run. We just did that. So now, okay, let's talk about this. Having strong, healthy lungs, real important. Don't do this one around people that are sneezing or coughing. Do it in a clean environment. But this one here helps to open up the bronchial tubes in the lungs. Again, it helps to get more oxygen to the other 1/3 of the lungs. Most people don't get enough oxygen to. And when we have better circulation in the lungs, we also have better lymphatic circulation. And so this pumping action actually takes the arms and causes pressure change like a pump to help improve lymph circulation throughout the entire chest cavity area. And it's literally, you're literally pumping. So it goes like this. And you can tell for those who are singers, radio announcers, or who need their voice, it changes a voice quality because it opens up the larynx and improves diaphragmatic breathing. It's a literal exercise. And I've got a whole story how I came up with this, but it goes like this. It goes. And you can almost hear the difference even in the breathing as you continue to do it. So go ahead, Liberty.
Is twisting bad for osteoporosis?
Now, twisting, again, I don't know what your particular condition is. For most people, the Cellercise is not just twisting against the surface or hard ground. It's twisting while we're pumping circulation through the muscle fibers and tissues of the body. So as we twist, those muscles help to feed more circulation between the bones and joints. And that's how we promote overall homeostasis, balance, and strength in the body. So consult with your doctor or health practitioner. There may be some movements that are not conducive to you based upon your particular situation, but we've had some incredible stories with people that have had osteoporosis, and they've gone from osteoporosis to osteopenia. And they've written me about how they've been tracking their T-scores for years, and how Cellercise gave them the best T-score that they had ever had. So I think it's important. Go ahead, breathe. Breathing one. Pumping. All right. Go ahead, Justice. And it's not unusual to clear things out of the lungs as well. If you've been exposed to things. Go, yeah, good. See, he stays on the mat the whole time. He's bending up and down at the knees while he's breathing in and out through the mouth. It's all through the mouth because it's an exercise. It's not a meditation. Okay, let's do the next one of it. All right, who's ready for this one? Okay. This is beginning. We're going to go through each one. Come on, we want to go quickly, Liberty, so I want you to do it right after Justice. But we're going to go through each of the movements of the sit and bounce from beginning to advanced. And we'll go ahead and start, Justice. Here he's supporting his back. Nope. Put your hands down by your hips to help support your back as you're moving up and down. Put both feet on the floor. Yep, now move up and down. That's step one. There you go, simple, but you're still working the stomach because you've tilted backwards just slightly. All right, that's one. Liberty, go for it. There you go, feel it? Good. All right, I'm going to do the same thing. So, just like this. So you can support your back initially, but when you tilt backwards, instead of having vertical movement, your internal organs and the whole lower diaphragm is supported backwards. So these muscles can get stronger. Wonderful for women who've had several children or right after pregnancy. As you're getting back into shape, it helps promote contractions as well. Yes, Brooklyn.
What song is on the Cellercise Rebounder app?
There's several. There are several. You've got on the Rebounder app, you have the ability. This is the Android version. So you can actually put this on. Come on. There we go. You can actually put this on your phone. We've got a phone holder you can get, so you can turn it around and you can be watching the different movements while you're exercising. It will ding and let you know what's next. If you go to the music workout area, we've got workout music that ranges from country. We've got country tunes. We've got electronic. We've got Latino. We've got rock. We've got pop. So it kind of depends on what mood you're in. And you can add whatever that song is, save it, and I'm not using this app, so that's why I'm not doing it too well. Anyway, it's really user friendly, as most of you know. It's fun to discover too. All right, so that's one. Next one.
Wait, are our feet still planted or not?
There you go. Okay.
One leg.
So lift up one leg and lean back a little bit. There, and keep supporting it. You can move your arms up a little bit. Once you get to this level, when he's lifting one leg up, he's created much more intense leverage in the lower abdominals where everybody wants to work. And so that movement there, when the leg gets tired, you're also working the thigh to hold it up. When that leg gets tired, go ahead, Liberty. You'll actually stop and lift up the other leg and do the same thing, which we're going to also do. So go ahead. Okay. Good. Keep going. Yeah. Feel it yet?
Yeah.
That's good. Good girl. So again, for all of us, it's just like this. And the only reason I'm moving is because of those stomach muscles right there. All right. Next leg. Go ahead. Going to switch legs. Do the other one. Good.
Have you met Leslie Sansone?
Who?
Leslie Sansone.
I haven't.
She did a walk home DVD on the Cellerciser.
She did? Really? I need her to contact me. How sweet. Oh, man. See, we have got the greatest family and we're all linked together. So I love when you guys are able, and I talk to people every day, when you're able to call me and share with me some of your stories, some of your challenges, some of the things you're dealing with. We all have a greater health potential, and I want you to reach yours, and that's what we're here for. Feel stronger, healthier, have more energy, perform better, have a better quality of life. And Cellercise is the, guys, do I do any other exercise other than Cellercise?
No.
No, I don't. This is it. Some people say, how can you do that on a Cellerciser? Well, I do it every day, but I don't do it that long. I go through my routine and I'm done. Okay, so no, that was cute. All right, so let's go to the next movement. Okay. All right, this one, you want to do it, Liberty? Just this? It's a little more intense. This is when both feet come up off the I'll have to figure out what I did to this. All right, so now what we're doing is we're the in and out. She's doing very gracefully, but it's a good, feel it? Yeah, let them know you feel it, because you make it look something it's too easy. Go ahead, Justice. There you go. All right. And it involves a little bit of coordination, but that's okay. That's okay. And you become that as you continue to do it. Okay, now it gets more intense. So now we're going to work not just the front part of the stomach, we're also going to work the obliques, both sides of the stomach wall. So that's done by doing it like that. So it's a bicycle. Ready? Go for it. I said you go cheek to cheek. That's more.
You're going up and down. I know.
Liberty, come and try. Come and show us how to do it. Thank you. You're good, Jeff. We're going to work on that one for you because you've been working on strength lately. Good. Look at that. Look at that. You bounce a little higher. Take a look a little harder. That's okay. And what you really kind of want to do as you're bouncing cheek to cheek, as you bounce cheek to cheek, you really work the side of the obliques as well. So it's kind of like side to side.
I see.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. And then we always end up with the health bounce or the baby bounce. All right. If you're an athlete, if you're someone who wants to be an athlete, if you're somebody who likes sports of any kind or dancing, where balance is important to you, one of the advantages of Cellercise over virtually any other form of exercise is the weight-bearing activity that is applied to the connective tissues and the fascia through the entire body. It's weight-bearing on everything, not just specific muscles. And so you challenge your balance mechanism, you challenge your strength from the inside out in ways that the average person never really does. So it's fun, it's convenient. Turn on your television if you want, watch a show, watch a movie. Cellercise, make it a family experience, have everybody get on it. Our kids, I've been telling them, because of how important it is today to keep the immune system at optimum levels every day. And I'm going to mention this because it's critical to the time we live in right now. We get on the Cellerciser and we run as fast as we can for 1 minute. You don't have to go that fast, but you go fast and you push yourself to the end as much as you comfortably can, that you can increase the number of active white blood cells in your body by 10 to 15 times. And they stay there for up to an hour. So if you've been exposed to something during the day, can you see the advantage of activating the lymphatic system so it can come out and seek out and destroy? The white blood cells can come out, seek out and destroy the viruses, germs, bacteria, fungus, dead cells, mutant cells, cancerous cells, and other foreign invaders. Yeah, so I want to say something.
It's good workout.
It's good workout.
It's fun to do.
It's fun to do. That's what it's convenient. And, you know, we want everybody to feel free to share some of your stories, share some of the techniques. On the Mr. Rebounder app, put together routines. Take a little snapshot of the routine. Send it to us. And if it's good, we'll actually put it on the app itself too. Make it available for everybody. We're going to be making this a community where everybody can share the different routines that have the app to each other, so we can share and say, hey, I like this one, right? I like this one, or I thought of that. If you have specific movements that you would like me to add, take a video of the movement. And if you like it and something that you do as part of your routine, we'll see if we can't add that movement to the app so everybody can experience and enjoy it too. Thank you very much. Be safe, be healthy, and please keep sharing what the benefits of the Cellerciser have been to you, to those you care about. And we'll talk to you again. I'm not sure we're going to be meeting next week. We may be meeting the following week. But if you have any questions, feel free to write and let us know. Thank you. God bless.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks, guys.